Count us in, baby. Gordon. Shalom, family. Thank you for taking a moment to like and share this video. I am Dawid Yehuda. This is my wife, Hokma. Welcome you guys again to the Go Lightly Perspective. We are honored during this beautiful feast season, Chag Sukkot. Yeah, Chag Sukkot. For us to be here, Feast of Tabernacles, with my beloved Elder Baba Sekou and his wives. We're going to just have a quick conversation in regards to family structure. Would you like to say shalom, baby? A little bit louder.
Shalom. There's a little noise around.
We are outside. We don't have the microphones that we normally use, but it's authentic. It's genuine, and I couldn't miss this moment to be able to engage and interact with my elder. I don't get a chance to do it as often as I would like, but Elder Baba Sekou, please introduce yourself and introduce your wives, your Yes.
Certainly. So, shalom. Baba Sekou Olayinka, and this is my wife Olade Olayinka, and my wife Notilewa Olayinka, and we are happy to be on the Go Lightly Perspective. This is my brother and elder, Sar Dawid. I love this brother, and I love Ima Hokma and their entire family. Just
love you. So, typically, we have these conversations about family, as y'all know. It's no secret. We align in a patriarchal order. Baba is a great patriarch himself, having been instructed in this way by his father. And so the family structure that he chose may be different than what other people have chosen, but we can align this with Torah. So we wanted to just have a quick conversation just about the benefits of the family structure that you chose. And I'll just let you share from there, Bob.
Yeah, the family structure that I chose was the family structure of my ancestors, my father and my father's back. Of course, that was interrupted due to transatlantic slave trade, and all that happened subsequently. But we are back on line. We're back in line with that. And see, the patriarch order came just, so that it also includes what we call polygyny. And, we've been practicing that as a family for well over 20 years.
Hallelujah.
So we found that it's the best way for us to operate as a family unit, because we see the family as not just family. The family is an economic unit. The family is a political unit. The family is a military unit. The family is an educational unit. All the different areas of life, the major areas of life, the family is the primary or the foundation for all of it. And having a polygynous household allows us to coordinate our schedule so that we can meet as many of the needs of our children and of our even extended family, and allows us to do that with, I won't say ease, but easier.
It's easy.
Okay. Easier. So he must, kind of claim that I can.
Before Ima tap in, I know she has some heavy stuff to share, but it's no pressure. No. But no, it's just the fact that when you have elders that have practiced this for generations, got some years versus some young man that has just went out and just grabbed someone, and then now he practicing on them versus we can get wisdom from those that have experience that has been verifiable for 10, 20 years. You have fruit in that area. So that's the difference in what we put forth versus what you may find in other groups when they're talking about it. But I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, I mean, that was a perfect segue. There's a certain level of commitment to family and a certain level of commitment to your own personal growth of who you're going to be and show up in a marriage. And the more, although the system seems it's sophisticated in its simplicity, and it like I said, it has benefits, but you have to be a certain kind of person and have a certain level of maturity to start. That's kind of getting into your point. Just grabbing someone or somebody's and trying to mix it together, and then like any marriage, there's a growth opportunity. In a polygyny situation, your growth opportunities are going to come from how you are in a relationship to your spouse, and then relationship to anyone else that comes into that part of your family, and it helps you. Like I said, it's a certain level of personal development, and most people are not really ready for that kind of experience, a life experience. And so, for me personally, like I said, it's been a great life journey. Like life is not boring. Life is, and then you're constantly striving to improve yourself. How can you, show love, be focused, be productive. As far as fruitful, on like I said, what seems like super complicated. The more people you add, the more complicated it be. But it's like you said, it just has a certain level of simplicity when you're focused, and then from that, all of the benefits that we can discuss come from it.
So, would you like to discuss just the personal development aspect that even you have gone from where you were to where you are now? Not that we're not in a relationship marriage, but you still had to do a lot of personal development that interested you. Can you speak to that? Then we can go to Motilewa.
I think that was starting that it revealed, just I can speak louder.
Please.
So once we started this journey, it just revealed a lot of my own issues and my own trauma. It was a journey of self-discovery and just being self-aware of, things that we've talked about times about why things trigger or get a certain response from me. So there has been, some undoing of some things that were learned. Unbeknownst to me, I was absorbing my environment. I was being bathed in this world of sin, and it became normal. So I had to undo these things I didn't realize I had done or I had taken on. So that's a part of the revelatory path. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
So you either have to go ahead and change and make the necessary transition to be in alignment that is correct, or you say,
That's good. That's a good point. So I'll pass it back to Motilewa. What have you, and so shalom. Do we have on camera? You want to introduce you?
Yes, Iya and Yanza Bandele Olayenka, my third.
Hallelujah. And we got it in frame, right? Okay, hallelujah. So Motilewa, please go ahead and share maybe even some because it requires a certain level of maturity. And I've always said that from what I've seen, especially in our configuration, that women of higher intelligence get it. Like they understand the benefit of it versus the way that, the selfish way that we have been taught to look at, marriage. So if you could speak to that.
Okay.
Yeah, the planes are going across family probably about every 45 seconds. Yeah.
Well, I think first and foremost, just even in the walk we've chosen, often we'll speak and say basically it takes a certain mentality to come to marriage, first of all. So when you're talking about expanding that and having more than one wife, things such as communication become key. But the maturity and intelligence piece that you were speaking of is great importance because you have to be able to get past, first of all, be able to self-reflect and handle your own, as you come into situations, things become revealed to you. And you have to handle your issues, truly face your issues to be a productive member of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's like even things as such as you have to truly be able to be happy. There's a book out that, what I want for myself, I want for my sister, something to that effect. But the bottom line is I want you to be as happy as I am.
Yes.
I don't want to be the most, certain things like competition have to be, competition is good, but it has to be healthy competition.
Oh, hold on.
Competition is good.
Hold on. Now,
But
that please, like, define that, because just to say that competition is good. Please, by all means.
no, competition is good because it helps you elevate yourself, and it helps you. If I see something that one of my sisters is doing and doing well, and I know I lack in that area, it's opportunity for me to gain. Doesn't mean I'm trying to become master as you are,
Right.
but I'm trying to be your backup.
Right.
I'm trying to be sufficient and efficient so that you can feel like, okay, well, look, this is something I typically do, and I'm restricting the family in this case. But at least I can do myself, me, and we can do it. One, if we have to get it done. So competition, it helps you grow, helps you learn, helps you take on new skills, helps you process, it helps you deal with your own. And we'll say things to each other, say in certain situations that start to become emotional for whatever reason, something going on in the family, and it rubbed me wrong. But you know what? But you're rising to the occasion better than I am. I'm getting your foot because you know what? I'm gonna get out my head, or be able to say to yourself, you know what? In this moment, I'm going to tell you're being heavy. Even as an elder doesn't mean I'm not human anymore.
Right.
But it means I'm growing, and it means that certain situations shouldn't be boom, 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 back behind each other. I should have a situation that arises, and okay, I can do better. And even in that moment, I might have, shown the weakness and fallen and etc. But I have to remedy it,
Right.
and it can't show its head like that. And then you got to look at how you present. That takes a maturity. And how are you presenting things to yourself?
Right.
Because even particularly when you're talking about more than one, and particularly how we typically Westernize and looking at that, we fall. He loves me. He's loving me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the-
And
the
me only.
unhealthy
And me only, or
Yeah.
or he loves me the best.
Yes.
We all have our relationships.
Right.
But there's multiple relationships to be managed. I have to manage me and him,
Right.
me and Ia, me and Ia, me and Ia.
Right.
So it's multiple. It builds, and that interaction. And a lot of times, even it's the salvation piece, because there are things where it would have been a trigger or a stressor. I have a sister, okay, okay, yeah. Or we can laugh about it. Even the things we may get angry about doesn't mean we never have tension.
Definitely.
But even that tension, we understand. We do a lot of laughter.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The tension piece, though, can't be insurmountable. It can't be. It has to be a teachable moment.
Right.
Even in that tension, you're right. Yeah, okay. And even it can be in correction. You're
Yeah.
right. So I have to obviously, and again, Baba often says, even with the communication piece, the whole communicate. If I'm trying to communicate something to you and you misunderstand it, I have to own that.
Yes.
Even if I didn't mean it that way, instead of getting defined defensive, I have to say, okay, what am I not conveying? How am I checking myself?
Yes.
So what I say to all that is, it takes maturity to be able to do that. It definitely takes intelligence, and I'm not saying that means you have to have a PhD. I'm saying it takes an intelligence to be able to, be emotionally intelligent, to step back and say, and understand how is this going to impact everything. We do it all the time. How's it going to impact the ones I love, my family, my sanctuary unit, the whole body. So you have to think about that, and be willing to, again, also be humble and come back. I messed up.
Right.
I apologize. And I will do better if I don't call me on it. So.
Okay, that's what I said.
No, that competition piece that you spoke about, the westernized mind is out to kill.
Right.
We want to destroy the other person so that he shouldn't go victorious.
Last person's thing.
Right.
Take off. They're gonna take off.
Yeah. That's good.
And it helps.
You can use competition.
It should help you grow.
Right. There's nothing wrong with that, acknowledging that someone else is greater than you. He's always a lesser or greater relationship.
Every that then.
So if you use that in positive to develop yourself, recognize these things are wrong, I think that people just find somewhere or this is
Or they can't get past themselves. Particularly, it's more so the relationship piece, the man and woman piece, even beyond your children. And like even as far as the religious situation, where I said, and I think I spoke about this yesterday, I had, to my benefit, I had a supportive mother. You know, my father had already passed, but my mother was supportive. And even my family, to be supportive, they knew who I was, you know, and who I am. So that kind of piece plays out very differently. But the point being, we seem to be able to put our eyes around it, or our head around, like we're dealing with children. I can have multiple children. I don't interact with my children all the same.
Yes.
And I can see how I manage those relationships. I have my relationship one and one, however the grouping is. But I can, of course I love you.
Yeah.
It's not a question. And they're not competing necessarily. But outside when you have a baby come in, typically you're trying to reestablish their pecking order.
Right.
But the point being, you don't have your children fighting over, not healthy children, fighting over who, you know, EI loves best, right? Or who Baba loves best, right? But we can't seem to get our head, we can't expand that to how patriarch can have more than one
Wife and
right, because we've brought it also to there's only one person.
Right, and
that's my soulmate.
That's a corrupt Western concept, where it's like, well, you can only truly have one soulmate. You can only have one person that you can really connect with. And I've always challenged that. I never ever really believed that notion, because I know that, you know, as a man in the past, I've loved more than one woman at the same time. And I'm like, well, where are these concepts coming from? And like you said, you know, the path of our fathers, even in Torah, they practice it, and we saw that that's where our nation came from. So we never want to speak in negatively, and to try to censure or even contradict what got us here. Right. So you said something great about humility. And Yanza, I would love for you to just share the necessity of that, or how you've had to practice that within, you know, this configuration.
Right. Also, something that EMOT talked about was managing multiple relationships.
A little bit louder.
Okay.
Your volume.
EMOT also talked about managing multiple relationships.
Yes.
And so, in coming into this family, I'm not just establishing a relationship with Baba. I'm also establishing a relationship with Olade EMOT. And it is very humbling. And again, like when you talk about the competition piece, your approach to everything has to be rooted in love and rooted in commitment to the overall mission.
Yes.
That's what's at the forefront all the time. And so that's what gives you a sense of humility, just looking at the fact that he has sustained 2 marriages, you know, for much, much longer than the average person can sustain one.
Okay.
And if that doesn't, you know, touch you in a way that says, wow, this is something just beautiful and bountiful that I am becoming a part of, and it becomes a question of, okay, how can I contribute? You know, what can I bring to this already functioning, already wonderful situation that exists? And I think that if just looking at that doesn't fill you with a sense of gratitude, there's something wrong with you.
Right. You said something clear, that you're coming into this, like, you said, you know, your mindset about it, your consciousness was that it was beautiful, and I saw the beauty in it. And how can I bring something and add value to this, versus how can I take or try to destroy? Not saying that anyone has the ability to do so, because I'm sure that the elder wouldn't even entertain such nonsense.
Right.
Foolish woman tears it down. But, you know, some things because it's been, the foundation is so strong that this is, you can't destroy this. Please.
I think even, especially to Iyanya's benefit, one of the things that for our situation that's key to understand is when Iyanyaza came on, it was me, Iyanyaza, and Ila Day that talked about this and presented it to Baba.
Say it again a little bit loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's very true.
I said, in our situation, and not the only, I'm not saying we're the only ones, I'm saying, but just to understand that it's not about the patriarch or male or manipulating these women and all these kind of crazy things. We actually sat down and we saw not so much even you need our help. It wasn't that. It was this, again, when you walk a walk and you live a certain way, you saw a quality woman who was impeccable with her word, whose character is, like I said, in ours, we have she walks, she's a white cloth, so that being said, we saw the value and even we were just kind of talking one day. It wasn't even about talking about a wife coming on board.
Wow.
It was just more so we were talking about you needing to be covered and because of who you are and the kind of woman you are and what you bring and the value that we knew your commitment. And it was this kind of conversation. She was like, I want to team her.
Right.
So it was one of those things that we actually were talking about it. We talked first.
And also, on an average day, I have more interaction with them.
Right.
When it comes to, cleaning, when it comes to the children, with household, all of those kinds of things, like, in my spirit, I'm like, I need them to be okay. I need to talk to them first because their support is what makes a relationship with Baba possible.
Right.
So, that's
So that being said, it's literally something we had a family meeting about. I mean, Baba, this is what was going. This is what we're seeing. How we feel about that. Timing wise, we see it basically, presenting our
Business case.
Right.
Business case.
The board came together, and we gonna present this
The benefits to the family.
CEO. Yeah.
The benefits to the family, the
Right.
benefits to, so we were able to, again, it was about, again, we're very clear on establishing a legacy for our family going to perpetuate itself forward the future. So this kind of thing we saw as something that was going to help and be key. And because of that, and Baba we literally discussed it and said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Baba's like, I'm on board.
Right.
So I think that needs to, you can looking at, when you're starting to look at situations, it's not always these people, they have so many, again, there's so many mythologies to go around how we walk. And nobody wants to necessarily truly know. They want to talk. So I just think that's a key piece to understand, particularly in our situation.
Yeah, that's important to mention too, because unless you've actually lived it or been up close and personal
Right.
family, you get these notions of what actually happens from something that's fictional in the first place, or some manifestation that you've made up. You just describe as defining a situation that you have nothing to do with, nothing.
No experience.
And it's always through the lens of true issue.
Right.
Not history things. So, we see our world around us through our own experiences. So that's how people come up with these
Misconceptions.
situations in their mind. And I am guilty of that. Prior to, meeting the Murrays, I had never, other than other cultures, Indian culture, I had not even been around anyone in Bahrain. Islam, I think, religion as well. Other than that, no experience whatsoever.
Right.
So, just meeting you all and Murray's has definitely made me see things a whole different light. Right.
Yes.
Whole different light. So I'm very thankful for the relationship that I
As
have.
are we.
Right. And it's also, it feels good to be an example. of
Yeah.
what this can look like, and there's the way that it can benefit everybody involved. Like you said, just as an example for people who had never seen it birth
Right.
or never seen it work well before.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a blessing to be able to.
And it was another stamp with them over the summer. We hosted
Yeah.
an internship in Philadelphia.
Yes.
So we said you gotta do this thing
Right,
with us,
right.
and took them back and forth. And
What'd he say?
And then we checked in with let them know that he's fine and integrated into the family well. But for me, the biggest compliment to his parents was he said he felt like he was home.
Yes.
He said it was the same thing. I had 3 moms, everything, everyone had a different personality, and he was aligning which one seemed like the same little person.
Right.
Yeah.
And I said, he said he was not. Besides being in a different location,
Yes.
he said I felt like for the first time again because I don't have that many places.
He said it was the first time he felt outside
I
of his
felt
home.
like outside of my home, I felt like I was
Right.
Wow.
He had never
That's
had
a
that
weighty
before.
thing.
right.
So
So that was like
and we did, like I said, it was so easy to incorporate it.
Right.
Once again.
Yeah. So, here's your breakfast. Get in the car.
That's right.
right.
Are you ready?
There's a big table with all the kids
Yeah,
there.
let's
Yeah,
Right.
go join them.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay.
But see, that speaks to what we're doing. We always say we're trying to become one man.
Right.
That the way that Baba has arranged his house is similar, has the same footprint as Elder Murray, and even the sons can recognize the similarities in it. That this just
Right.
feels so familiar.
Right.
When I first heard Elder Murray, when I heard him begin, to share certain things, it sounded like this ancient echo. Like I've heard this before. Like I've never heard a man say it,
It's resonating very different.
but it resonated on a completely different level. So I understood it. I'm that man.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Not in a covetous way, but in a way that we all men, well, specific men. I've been fortunate enough to have these great men that have shown me favor. I've come to your home
Right.
several times, and y'all took care of me. Even Ia was reaching out to my wife, like, what is Sahar?
Right.
What's his name? Like,
Yeah. So
Right.
that's the beauty of it is, just being known for your hospitality and being considerate and loving one another and truly becoming one.
I had
So
to get takeout plates after.
After he came back.
oh yeah, they did a phenomenal job. I'm like, Dave, when Baba come to stay with us, we gotta when Baba come stay, we gotta look out for him.
but
So,
I'm cutting you off. I am. But also understand the idea that more is not less. I think a lot of times too, the more it's less and it's not. Because you come from a space of abundance and a space of, even if I don't have what I need, it will be. We will have what we need. So I think a lot of times you come from a place again where one more, really, and how much? And then you start realizing again. It talks about maturity and intelligence. Again, what's the quality of the time?
right.
And most of the time, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but we tend to choose to be together. If I can say, if it means that we all can go out and do something together versus me and Baba going out for the night. I'm not saying it's not a place for that.
Right.
And not saying it's not joy, but often, can we all go?
Right.
Because we enjoy being together.
In one another's
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And if you look at it as if, just as I'm a part of this man, so is she. So is she. We all have our own time, but I want us to move as a unit. Man.
that's what I said.
So my sister be deprived of
Right.
Right. How can you enjoy it? Right.
And if it's done in its proper order, or more importantly, once the children comes the fruit, what more can I have someone else loving on you?
Right.
Making sure somebody, so instead of my 2 eyes, I have 6 eyes, I have 8 eyes who are all looking out for the best interests
Yes.
of the fruit.
And I think a lot of women are getting burned out because they're trying to be super.
That's it.
Right.
They want to do. You can't do everything, especially as a man begins to grow and expand. You just end up putting yourself in positions that really should not be in.
Yeah. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. And you definitely can't respond to challenges or the unknown or the things that come up as easily. Like you said, you'll get burned out. You have aging parents. You have a sick child. Those things, although they may be not challenges, these things we need to respond to. It's not to say it's a cakewalk, but it's so much.
It definitely, you can
so
respond.
much easier. You got something with your mom. People go. I got it. I'll pick up your kids. I got this.
See you in a week.
Yep.
I mean, even something simple as that, like I buy another week. Okay.
We got
Stuff for work, your hours, or whatever,
Right.
kind of work situation, or even something more serious like losing your job, whatever the case may be. And that's what happened. My grandmother passed last year, and leading up to when she passed,
It was that.
I
sorry.
can't imagine what that would have been like if I didn't have the support that I had. Just, being able to go, not worry about are the children, fed or okay, or, being watched after.
Right.
But yes, definitely. On so many levels, you have layers of support.
and even and I look at all this as indicative of Bob and I did a video earlier just about assimilation, that you are assimilated to him. So because he's been a great son, therefore he can be a great father. He loves his mother, so it's easy for him to love his wives, and and he has great standing within the brotherhood, so therefore it's only natural that the women that are connected to him are going to be great examples of sisterhood. That there's no competition that's negative, of course, but being that a support system for one another is key. And
And also,
I'm learning.
to be able to sing each other's praises, like in that competition, like a day makes you feel so good sometimes because it's often, but certain things that I make, and particularly because one of my love languages is food and cooking for the family and seeing that piece, and she'll talk about one of my desserts, or she'll talk about she's gonna make chicken pot pie, or she's gonna make sure. So there's certain things, or days she's gonna organize, she's gonna each person pulls their space,
Yes.
and because of that, it's so much more.
Right.
But that's some confidence in her own
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah. You're right.
Right.
I'm good at what I'm good at.
Right.
No, I'm not like amazing at everything.
Right. But that's what we do. Like, so it's
I'll
like,
go fix something.
yeah,
Not gonna make
like I
pot
said,
pie.
you
I'll
gotta
go
fix
fix it.
something. Right.
Give me a tool.
But the
I'll
thing
fix
is,
something.
we have no problem complimenting each other.
Right.
We have no problem just even giving each other this thing, like throwing each other under the bus. And right. But it comes from particularly back up. No, but it's the kind of thing where you laugh about it.
Right.
And it comes because first of all, the heart. And all I want is the best. So when I'm saying things like, Bobby Douglas Johnson, she did that. It's all her,
It's your hard time.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know if you're talking about this. I've known them for almost 10 years. I've known them way before. You spoke about that?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Yeah, we were working together for
Working our children.
Yeah, working with the kids. I worked with the shoe light for years, so we've known each other prior, for becoming one, as a wife.
Awesome. So, Jeff. Okay, this has been an amazing conversation. I would do some. Oh, look at the elder.
Is the camera on?
The camera's on.
Oh shoot, I was joking.
Our host, yes.
All I heard was, this has been an amazing comment. I was like, this sounds like one of when I saw his, I mean, when the elders,
Go like the
YouTube,
perspective.
Yeah.
straight up.
Exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
All right, well, good. I came at the right time.
You did, you did. And we were just wrapping up. We were having a great conversation about family and the structure he chose. I definitely want to tap in and get you to share. After, because I know we get ready to go to class, maybe afterwards, and we want to get you to share. Quick nugget. Hybridized Hebrews. What is that?
Oh gosh, I don't remember. Man.
A hybrid Hebrew. You were talking about the whole brassicas.
I remember. But it's a Hebrew that conforms to his environment. That's it.
That's all the teaser. We just gonna leave it
Okay,
right
yes,
there.
I love it.
Hallelujah. All right, family. Thank you. Bless you. We coming back with more. Thank you to Baba Sekou for opening up and allowing us to have some of these high level conversations. Just a little glimmer, 15, 20 minutes, but we got so much. Toda. I appreciate you guys
This
so
is a
much.
well-oiled machine.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
This is a well-oiled
Older and need more oil.
Did you have any final thoughts, Baba?
I'm just thankful for the opportunity, and want to thank you and Iman for allowing us to share, and just want to say thank you.
Love you guys so much. All right. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
You know, so